Is this a game
Yes,
that
kind
I
of.
can win?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Game on, boys.
Heather, you are the front runner here. So,
and there's our intro, which is great.
unless these are MGP products, and then in which case Chuck's already won.
Welcome to another episode of Power of Bourbon. This is going to be a fun one. So, for some reason, we have amazingly generous Patreon members, and we are incredibly thankful to them. And David reached out.
We don't know where these people come from.
Yeah.
We really don't.
I'm pretty sure our mothers contacted random strangers and said, please make them feel loved. Thank you.
Hey, worked in elementary school. I had so many friends.
I know.
My mom went broke.
So David reached out to me and he was asking if we had tried the old Early Times versus the new Early Times. Because if you don't know, Early Times was owned by Brown Forman. It was bought by Sazerac. Now, Early Times is a 4-year-old bottle and bond product, so it's going to be a little bit before Barton. Yes, I said Barton. Puts out their product because Barton is owned by Sazerac. Barton took over the distilling for Early Times. Things have changed and different things like that, but I don't think we're quite to the Barton stuff yet, unless I guess they could have had this in plan for years and had the mash bill and started it and had a clear transition. I don't know how all that works, and they're not going to tell us. So that's where this started. And then David, being an awesome person he is, like, I'll just throw in 3 other 100 proofers with it, and you guys can tell me what you think. So we have 5 100 proof bourbons is all I know. So we do know the Early Times is bottle and bond, which means it has to be 4 years. The other 3, he just said 100 proof. So it could be really old stuff, maybe a Remus Repeal Reserve, or young stuff. I don't know what a young 100 proofer is. I stay away from those.
I think Henderson just came out with 100 proof, actually.
Oh,
probably it could be a benchmark. Who knows?
So only Brian would even know that.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if they really did or not. But that would Henderson bottle and bond, though. That would be the dream for $12.99.
Can we start sampling them?
Sure, let's go for it. So we're going to start with A.
Heather's like, that's enough of you talking without me drinking.
I appreciate you, Heather.
You
Normally, I'm the one that's got to keep these guys on track.
You can keep talking.
Let's get back to bourbon.
Interesting.
Very interesting nose.
That's a nice nose.
Yes, it's nice, but I get corn.
Sweet brown sugar.
I was going to say, I get sweet and then even some cherry.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, cherry.
Oak. I do get maybe a little bit of grain in the back.
Ooh, it's good. I get all that brown sugar and vanilla on the palate.
Oh, it's hitting that flavor note that I don't like.
I get a little bit
cherry is coming in for me.
Oh, wow. Way back on the finish, it comes in.
Yep.
I get a floral note in the back, too. Tastes like I just bit of flour.
Yeah. It kind of transitions in the nose from like that frontward sweet to then like the fruit and oak.
I like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like the balance with the oak.
It's definitely fruity, florally, but yes, I will say it's weird. So like there's the finish, and then the finish is done, and then it's like I burped a little bit, and then there's the medicinal cherry, like just comes in. And I'm like, where did that come from? I thought you were done.
What do you call that, TJ? It's like you have the nose, the palate, the mid palate, the finish, and then the
burp vomit.
Okay, interesting.
Let's come up with a new name.
Ooh.
It's almost like a cherry cough drop.
Yeah.
Flavor.
Yeah.
Number 2 is darker and richer. I feel like there's some age on this one.
You were just moving right along.
So the nose to me is more subtle. I don't get less of the sweet notes, more rye spice.
Mm-hmm.
I get some age on the
nose. This could be an Early Time. So
there's not much of a finish on that one.
No, there's no finish. Yeah.
Could be Evan Williams Bottle and Bond.
Like bacon spice on the palate. And then no finish.
Yeah, well, one definitely had more flavors. Two has more robustness to it. There's not as many flavors, but it definitely coats the mouth more. It's just there's more there.
I'm gonna disagree.
Yeah.
I'm on A.
Yeah, Chuck loves his floral notes. Don't be.
Ooh.
Number
Until you
two,
get to the nose on
number
C.
two is a little bit more traditional bourbon that is in TJ's wheelhouse.
Yep.
Yeah, I would agree.
Number one is a lot more Chuck wheelhouse with the.
C is some green apple.
I was gonna say some apple in there.
Oh, absolutely green apple.
Yeah,
I like it.
that's like those. Did you ever have those Airheads, sour?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Interesting palate and finish.
Ooh, I like that.
I
That's my
kind of
favorite.
like it. I kind of like it. Like it's different.
Yeah.
The tartness, because the green apple and honey.
Yes.
Well, and there's a thinness. It's not oily or viscous, but there's so much flavor there. When usually you don't get a lot of oily viscosity, it's lacking flavor and watery. Whereas this, it still has all the flavor. It's just weird.
And that tartness that Heather pointed out is like that lingers on the finish. Really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is one that feels familiar. Like we may have had this.
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to put my finger on this one.
Yeah, like,
that's funny.
what
I was
is
thinking the same
this?
thing, Heather, actually.
Chuck's gonna like the nose on D. It's like oaky,
Yep.
woody.
Oh, that's a toasted peanut butter. Oh, that's delightful. That is a peanut butter cup to me.
It's toasted
Seriously.
peanut butter chocolate on the palate. On the
That
palate.
is
All those
amazing.
things in there.
Oh my god, that is number one. Like it's not even close.
Wow.
That is totally melted Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
Reese's peanut butter cup. That's different. I mean, I would like a little bit more caramel and sweet, like cherry notes. But this is really interesting.
Yeah. I'm actually trying to decide if I like it or not. Like,
Says the king of like, you would send us a peanut butter whiskey. I'm surprised you haven't yet.
It's almost, I don't know. I'm like, it's almost just too
Screwball?
sweet. Like it's too like dessert bourbon.
I'm not getting like overly sweet though. It's like a dark chocolate where it's not overly sweet. It's just kind of dry.
It has like a
flavors
heavy,
there.
I would say like a heavy richness.
It reminds me of like the French mocha steaks. Seriously,
Yeah,
I think it's
agree.
a maker's product. So
Heather's like, so heard it here first.
we will see. Yeah.
Are we on to E?
Wait for it.
Hot take.
I don't know how I feel about it.
That's the best nose of the night.
Actually,
Really?
pour a little bit more E. I was a little bit light-handed on that.
That's a lot of cherry.
Yeah, there is a lot of
It's
cherry.
fruity.
Yeah, those are classic notes to me.
Yeah.
E actually, I feel it kind of reminds me of like 1792 Bottle and Bond.
I don't get those sweet notes on 1792 though, Brian.
See, and I guess it's pretty different. Like I feel like I thought the bottle. I feel like at least the bottle one I had some of those sweet notes.
That's well balanced of cherry and oak. Like this is almost reminds me of a Buffalo Trace.
E.H. Taylor.
That's
Could
fair.
be.
I feel like E.H. Taylor's a little bit sweeter than this. But
Yeah, I'd agree on the palate. I was just going by nose. Yeah.
yeah, the palate's not sweet enough for E.H. Unless, I mean, obviously variation.
Ooh.
but-
Smooth enough.
Now that you mentioned Buffalo Trace, I do feel like that's a Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
It's like more weedy, which they have kind of weedy stuff.
So here's where I'm confused though. two of these are early times bottled and bond, and I don't know two that
I don't know.
were close enough.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what early times taste like. It's been a while.
So I have to say that I'm certainly happy that
These are all
sent
good.
this flight.
They are all good.
Stole my thunder because I literally had bought a bottle of the new early times like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then TJ's like, "Yep, patron sent this," and I'm like, "So thank you."
Aw.
Yep. That was Chuck's.
I'll use the early times as a mixer. It's all good.
Mhm.
Great minds think alike.
So here's the interesting part: is all of these have variation. So, I mean, I don't know, like maybe some of these were like, hey, from before and now after. I mean, the variation on these is decently staggering. Like,
I agree, they're all different. Like if you were to pick two that were related, I would have a tough time doing that. So can we all say what our favorite is first, like before knowing what all of them are, and then we can.
I like that. That's a good idea. So I'll go first. So my favorite is obviously D. Big surprise. I like the chocolate peanut butter.
he's gonna drizzle some caramel in that next time, just to really put it over the top.
Absolutely. So me, D. D is my favorite.
I could
did not see that coming at all.
Good.
To
All right,
everyone's
Brian,
surprise.
Smarty Pants, what's your favorite?
I'm between C and E, and I think I'm going E.
I am on the same wavelength as Brian tonight, which is I like C and E, but I like C better.
How
E is my speed.
Let's just pause for a minute. How does that feel, Heather?
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay.
How do you feel about it?
I feel good about it.
Brian's getting his ego stroked right now.
No, I didn't know if like she felt good about it or she's like, wow, I need to reevaluate things, kind of like when I married TJ. But
yeah, but I'm gonna go C. I like the honey apple tartness.
Mm-hmm. I get it.
That's hitting my flavor profiles that I like. So.
Yeah. All right, Chuck.
So I think, I guess if I had to, I think B and E are the more similar. So I think those are the early times. I'm going A. Like that's from start to finish to me.
With the floral notes, not Chuck.
Yeah.
I'm not. You guys are more the floral note fans. Like this to me almost screams like 1792 bottle of bond.
So David was apparently thinking that he was sending it to Brian and not us. So he did send us bourbon names only that you can open this, but then he sent us another one, which was final reveal. Do not open this until after you've, had everything. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open up what we were actually.
What was the shot at me for? What was the shot at me for?
You're not good at following directions.
So he had to send very detailed instructions.
Shall we go back to our best of whiskey when you're like, oh, wow, TJ, Heather worked really hard to label these 1 to 30, and I'm just going to randomly drink them in whatever order I want because that makes complete sense.
You didn't specify we had to drink them in order. I like some randomization in life.
Now you need rules in an envelope.
Okay, so this is interesting. So there is a 1792 bottled and bond.
Ooh.
There is an E.H. Taylor small batch. There is 2 early times, and there's a Cooper's Craft.
Oh.
This is a really good lineup.
Yeah, so 1792.
Yep.
I think E is the E.H. Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to guess that the Cooper's Craft is the C.
Ooh.
Because I like it. I don't know. No other reason. Are B and D similar? I don't know. I will taste that and get back to you. You go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm with Chuck. A is 1792. I think D is the Cooper's. I think E is the E.H. Taylor, and that gives me B and C for early times.
Can I change my?
Nope. No, you cannot.
All right.
A 1792, B and D are early times. I think I'm in line with Heather here. E is E.H. Taylor, and C is the craft.
C is totally E.H. Taylor. I get cherry okra on this. Like, this is classic Buffalo
on
Trace.
C.
I'm putting it down. I'm either going to be like,
all right, hold on,
magnificently correct, or it's going to crash and burn really hard.
So Chuck is going to bet the barn. He's going to bet the house right here. All right. So what is A, B, C, D, and E?
Chuck, what is A?
No, I already said. Yeah. So A is 1792.
All right. Okay. What is B?
Early times.
C?
E.H. Taylor.
D?
Cooper's Craft.
And E?
Early times.
All right. Which early times is which?
We already determined they're the same, basically. So.
All right.
Before and after.
A, 1792 bottled and bond.
We all got that. Good job, guys.
B, early times Sazerac. C.
Oh no.
E.H. Taylor small batch. D. Early times bottled and bond Brown Forman.
So we got that.
And F. Cooper's Craft. Interesting.
F? You mean E? E.
Yeah.
You said F.
Oh yeah, E. Sorry. Well, he put F.
Okay.
To be fair, typo.
Did we all tie? Was it all 3 or 5?
I think we all tied.
We don't ask that our Patreon spells correctly. We just ask they send good bourbon.
Yep. David, thank you so much for the wonderful fight. This was a great experience. Again,
yes,
all of these are great. If you can get any of these, do it. They're wonderful. Obviously, the E.H. Taylor is the hardest to find. Second behind that is a 1792 bottled bond because that's only released twice a year. But the Cooper's Craft and even either of the early times, obviously, I was preferential to the Brown Forman over the Sazerac, is all good stuff. These deserve a spot on your bar. We say that all the time. Brian's budget is valid. Sometimes you just got to get something in his price range. So once again, thanks for watching. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Power Bourbon.